What's up, Hot Moms free group? And if you're watching this on or listening on the podcast or wherever you're watching this, Casey Ship here. I help goal-oriented career women, 6, 7, and 8-figure women lose weight without cardio. Pretty much sum it up. We clear out the reason why they don't have any energy and they can't get answers anywhere. So we kind of show you how to do all the things and get way more. All right. So I was not supposed to be successful. Hey there, Casey Ship here, fitness model, hormone expert, and a master energy healer. I help goal-oriented women clear out the reason why nothing has worked and finally step into their purpose and get everything they've ever wanted. Today, the question is, Casey, what is your wind down routine and how do you sleep and all this stuff? So let me tell you, I will say the past 4 nights, I'm getting over 8 hours. Okay. That's new for me, but I want to share kind of what I've been doing. And those of you that don't know me, so I have a hell of a story. I just recommend you, because it wasn't always easy. I was definitely not supposed to be successful. So when women tend to like hear a little bit about what I have to say or look at me, they're really quick to judge because they're full of judgment themselves. And they're like, well, it must be nice for you. I would sleep better if I had to do it. You get it, right? It's why they're in their shit. So just know I've been through shit too. And when you hear my story, you'll feel a lot better about your shit situation and you can get out. So back in the day, I mean, I was on Adderall and coffee. I mean, I was like on it, man, barely getting any sleep. And you're probably like, well, Casey, you're on Adderall. Actually, when I got on Adderall, it helped me tremendously because I had such severe hormonal imbalance and trauma brain. Trauma brain is being stuck in survival mode where you're wired and tired. You're always in a hurry, always constantly worried about something. It's trauma. It comes from trauma, but people like women are like, oh no, I don't have trauma. I was good. I'm good. It's not like that. It's more of nervous system regulation, nervous system issues. It's not regulated properly. So you're in this cycle. You're just in this cycle. Something threw you out long ago, whether it was, hey, you didn't make the cheer team, or hey, your mom just rushing you around. Maybe there was a storm or just something very small that you don't even think about and you would judge yourself for even getting upset about, has stuck in your body, caused you to disassociate, and it caused some stress. Not to mention children. If you've gone through that, if you've gone through being a teenager, going through puberty is enough. That's very traumatic. Just going through puberty, a lot of people don't even like do soul retrieval or soul loss healing for that. And so that's what we specialize in. That's why we have so many case studies and women like working with us, is because, usually the programs they get on, they fall off or something happens, or like they're waiting for the perfect time, or they go on vacation and they fall off, or they get sick. All that happens, and it's going to continue to happen. See my glitter video for this to understand what I'm saying. But it's going to continue to happen. So women like working with us because we go in and go deep. We do the soul retrieval. We help you retrieve those parts of you so that you can be more whole. When you're more whole, you're more calm. You see things clearly. You see things out of love. You see things out of, can you imagine if you felt fully worthy of everything? Like you feel worthy of having that much money in your account. You feel worthy of just having that badass body. Like you would not struggle for shit and you would have everything you want if you felt worthy. So we help you to do all that. That's why the program works, is because, yeah, we give you the like basics, the workouts, the meal plans, the hormones, but without the part that makes it work, without the part, the nervous system regulation, the reason why the soul retrievals from the disassociation, if that wasn't there, I don't think we would have that many success stories, because we could pump out, like back in the day when we were doing lots of comp prep and we can get a body. I mean, our science is gnarly. Like what we can do with a human body very naturally, like it's pretty incredible what we're able to do just medically, because we do have some medical background and stuff like that. Not a doctor. You heard what I said, but it is incredible. However, what we found is the women would have relapses. They would go through something stressful, whether it be COVID, a kid getting sick, or somebody dying, and they would fall off. And I'm like, all right, I'm not having that. It felt so nasty to me. Like, that's why I quit personal training, because I'm like, what happens if I just stop training? Are you just going to get fat again? Or are you just going to get out of shape again? Like, I need a different type of client where I'll train you, but you've got to make sure you're doing this integrative work daily so that you can become the person that has that body. You don't need me to like drag you along, So money was great, but I didn't feel good taking it, because I felt like, yeah, I can get you this result up front, but what about when life happens? I felt I just couldn't do it. So the healer in me, I'm like, we got to figure this out. So that's what Hot Mom is all about. But anyway, the sleep thing, I tell you that because I don't want you to judge yourself right now if you're not getting 8 hours of sleep and you're not being like perfect. Please don't do that. I did that for many years. and it probably made me sleep less. So I will say there are things that you can start doing for your sleep. And those of you that I've been to functional medicine doctors, well, listen, obviously that shit ain't working. Because if you're still here wanting to know how I'm sleeping, something you're fucking doing is not working. And, or if it is working, maybe you're missing out on something that we can teach you how to do. So first of all, like, wipe your fucking ego from thinking you know it all and you're already doing everything. That's part of the problem. So there's this part you're just not seeing. So let the unseen be seen today. Yes, let the unheard be heard. So unknown be known. So first of all, we're not going to judge ourselves. Raise your right hand. I solemnly swear not to judge myself for living like a crackhead, because a lot of us have lived like a crackhead where you don't sleep and all you do is go run on caffeine and you're running around in chaotic mode, in a fire drill mode, and everybody in your family, you're yelling a lot. You hate your husband, you're resentful, and it's nasty. And you drink a lot of wine and it's very toxic. And there's this toxic mom culture around. Thank God Amanda Francis said it. I said it a long time ago, but I don't think my delivery was as eloquent as hers. But it is. It's like where they love that with these martyrs, they love, and I had martyr in me, where it's like they love the fact that they were nasty and they haven't showered and they drink wine every night and they do toxic things and can't wait till their kids go to school. Like, I'm not shaming that. I used to feel that way. And when I felt that way, I was in a bad place. I was not happy. I was not happy watching nasty TV shows, all this trashy. It was crazy, man. No judgment. Listen, that's where I was, man. I'm speaking to my former self. I ain't even talking to you. I ain't even talking to you. Matter of fact, this has nothing to do about you. This is all about me. If you pick up some nuggets along the way, great, because I have found some success and I'm just here to share it. The things you can do to improve your sleep. A, get your hormones fixed, period. Now, we have physicians. We have hormonal ranges. If you're doing it on your own, go for it. All right. You're going to have to make sure you fix your nervous system. This is the main secret. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that today, if we have enough time. Hormones. A lot of times your adrenals are fucked. You have to do your adrenals. We have them pinned here in the free group. All the levels we check. Most of the time your doctor will not order them. If not, just pay us. We have things now that you can get our hormone docs for like $500 and you can quit and cancel and just use this for hormones. Like, seriously, you can. But I know that you're going to get probably a little bit better, but I know what's going to happen because of what's in your field, and sending you many blessings that you're going to get what you're after. But anyway, if you want that, just comment below and say, somebody help me get this information, and one of our teammates will help you. So you need your hormones fixed. You need your adrenals fixed. I don't want to get into science of what do your fucking adrenals do. Go Google it or go watch my videos. I love you, but I want to get to the part about sleeping. So get your hormones fixed. That's number one. But what happens about your whole life, right? The habits you've created. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Number two, some things that you can do, obvi, is don't drink fucking caffeine. Like, stop doing that shit. If you can't, why? Let's clear it out. Hot moms, just kidding. Or you can go do whatever else you think. So caffeine, take it out. Green tea, take it out. Take all that shit out. All right. What you're going to do next is something adaptogen, like an ashwagandha. And if you take it and die, I'm off the hook. All right. It's an herb. Ask your doctor if you can take it. I speak like this to free group because I don't know a lot of you. And I understand women like to blame. So the women in my mastermind, I don't speak like this to. I'm saying the free group because this is public and people try to crucify me when I speak. So I'm just going to give it to you like this. Okay. All right. So ashwagandha is a great adaptogen herb you can take in the morning or at night. If your cortisol is too low, which has to do with the adrenal glands, it will raise it. If it's too high, it will lower it. It's a great thing, an adaptogen. They even make drinks now that's like an adaptogen drink that helps you with stress, lemon balm, things like that lower the Epstein-Barr virus, that lower the viral load in us. That's why a lot of you with autoimmune diseases and autoimmune issues, when you get stressed out and you go through things, it flares up. What does that tell you? It's a stress response. So if we lower the stress, if we lower the stress, everything gets better. You feel me? So this is what we do here in Hot Moms. All right. So not in the free group and in our paid content. Hello. Somebody said the other day, I can't believe this isn't for free. Like, who the fuck even would say something? Please, God. And I understand where they're coming from, but damn, man, like I watch my money playlist in the YouTube channel. It's the best I can do, man, is give you some free content on healing now. I mean, it would be so nice if we could just share and help each other for free. But at the end of the day, like, some of you aren't going to do the work if you don't have skin in the game. I know I personally wouldn't, because it'd be hard for me to receive somebody's help and love and attention for that long. Because I'm like, oh, can I just pay you? Can I give you something because you've helped me so much? Like, I'm working through that. I'm working through the receiving. So number three is stop watching bullshit. Like, if watching Walking Zombies or Walking Dead, or you're watching murder shows, like, stop watching that shit. Stop watching any of that shit. I don't care if it's a Jesus movie and it's that movie that they crucified Mel Gibson. Stop watching it. It's gory. It's not good for your subconscious. And if you're really into that shit, it means that it's your subconscious is trying to get exercise. There's emotions that's trying to get exercise. So I think it's time for you to like increase the awareness work and kind of do some inner work, you know what I'm saying? So you don't need to get it out that way. So stop watching scary shit. Stop watching gory shit. At the end of the day, I'm not even going to go there because y'all going to argue with me. So, all right, stop watching the gory shit. Number 4, we'll get to the spiritual in a minute because that's the biggest secret. All right. So you got your hormones right. You got your adaptogens. You ain't watching scary shit. You're moving. All right. This is the next part. A lot of you are tired. Don't force a gym workout. Don't force HIIT. Don't force the Orange Theory. If you're tired, get into restorative yoga. And I don't give a fuck if you don't like to do it. Weigh your ego with your life right now. Okay, shut the fuck up. Obviously, what you've been doing, something could be better. So look on YouTube, restorative yoga, easy flow yoga, yoga nidra. For those of you that don't know how to meditate, yoga nidra, it's more powerful than any kind of medication. It's like, I can't even explain it. Anything like that. Dancing, something that's fun for you. Dancing, stop trying to go to the gym. Like, you need fun in your life. You need some more fun in your life. Trust me. So move your body, but don't force your body. Move it, pay attention to it. Where is it hurting? Give it what it needs. If it's tight here, do something to warm up, to stretch, do more stretching. Personally, I love this girl on YouTube. Jalen is her name. If you search flexibility for dancers, she'll pop up. And I really like her. Feels amazing. Even though it's for dancers and you may not be a dancer, it feels so good. So start doing stuff like that. You need to move. A lot of days you'll notice if you don't exercise, you won't sleep as good, but it doesn't mean you need to like exhaust yourself. Remember, you're not doing caffeine. So if you're tired, you need to do something a little more gentle because a lot of times that will give you a little bit more energy if it's the right type of exercise. And that's another thing we specialize in at Hot Moms is giving you customized specific movements based on if you've gone through surgery, if you're going to have surgery, if you've gone through a stressful event, if you've had an injury, like, you know what I'm saying? So teaching you to honor your body's system. And then the last thing is I've taken the melatonins and, here's the deal. I'm not shaming Western medicine either. If you're in chronic, insomnia and you're refusing and you're not able to work with us or get some help and all you can do is get an Ambien, like, I don't do it. I am so tired of medical or like health people shaming people that use Western medicine because I felt so shamed for taking Adderall. I feel ashamed for taking antibiotics, and that's bullshit. Like, it's just bullshit. And I know there's shamans out there and all the thing that's like only plants will heal. I get it. But listen, we are human. We're doing the best we can. So right now, to take care of you, do the best you can and make the intention for you do want to be natural. You do show me the natural way next time, and you will be shown that. But for right now, if there's anything Western you need to take because you're in a bad place, please get some rest. Okay. For me personally, though, I remember back in the day when I was doing Xanax to sleep, or like if I had a really rough time, I would take Xanax to sleep. And then there was those really early days where I thought alcohol made me sleep better. It's proven over and over. Alcohol does not help you sleep better. And it actually makes sleep worse. Same thing with getting really fucked up on weed. Like I've noticed if you get really fucked up on anything, it still alters your natural sleep state. So at Xanax, same thing, Benadryl, I've tried it all. And none of those things like really, really worked. Not until, sounds like a sales pitch, but not until I started doing nervous system regulation, really tapping into mindfulness. And even though I come from Reiki, I'm talking 12 years of Reiki and all that granola shit, like 12 years. So when I see women, they're like, oh, I do Reiki, I don't need any of this. I'm like, can you go to someone for ignorance? I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, I see things, even like this lady the other day was like, you should, as a woman, your house should be clean. You should sweep your floors. You should do all this. And I was like, wow, I see how she was raised and I do appreciate a clean home. However, I can see how highly shaming this post is. And then I'm like, then it makes me want to look at her life and go, I could start just throwing that shame all back on her, and talking about like, let's look at her body. Let's look at her health. Cause I could look at her and tell she wasn't healthy. And I'm sure relationships are probably fucked up, but she gonna have a clean house. But see, that's not my job. That she was projecting shame on me and I wanted to throw it right back at her. But what I'm saying that for is you have to look at your life. Even me, I look around at my life and go, XYZ, XYZ. Oh, that seems like what, why am I feeling this way? And I'll look at it like, how come you would present this opportunity, this thing in front of my face? Yeah, I feel like I don't need it. Why do I feel that way? You have to look at stuff like that. right? Sometimes the blessing slapping you across the face and you don't even see it. So mindfulness, do you know how many mindfulness teachers and coaches are out there? I mean, even like money coaches and business coaches. I don't want to work with just one. I want a few of them. All of them have money. All of them have a business. All of them have a body. Why not learn a little bit from each one of them and then take what's yours, leave what's not? That's fun to me. So it's understanding mindfulness in such a deep way and getting a teacher that can show you how to do it in a very unique way, where it's just customized to you. You know, I haven't seen that a lot, where usually it's one size fits all. Do tapping, do this way, do this way. And it's kind of, I like to just know about them all and keep learning about more and see what works for me. And then, because what works for me won't work for you. And sometimes some things that works for you, I'm like, I don't really do that, but it's important for me to share you what I do. Yes. And if the shoe fits, wear it. But I also like to teach you everything I've learned and some other things that I know about. So mindfulness, learning about the laws of nature and in us, because we are part of nature. We're very organic. Okay. We are human. So understanding the mind, body, soul connection, even if you don't believe in soul, spirit, you believe in mind because you believe in science, right? So when you put understanding the mind and the body together, even that makes a lot of sense, because it can be proven. It's very engineer. I don't even know the word, but it makes sense. So once you start putting all this together and you understand like the science of emotions and the things that you think create stress hormones and the things that you think, your brain doesn't even have to really go through it physically. As long as you think it, so it is proven, and that's proven. So once you understand, sleep is hard. And a lot of you are spiritual and haven't tapped into that. And that's why things are hard for you. And you really need to tap into that so you can start getting more in tune with your spiritual side. And that's why you're not able to sleep. So something's trying to keep you awake, right? So you break down and you surrender and go, what the fuck? So some of you are in that space. And then some of you are just not aware, it's the awareness. And to do that, you have to start asking questions. Why am I feeling this way? What does this mean? And like, almost like start really looking where you feel nuts and you question, have you gone insane? If you haven't had that question, like, are you normal? Like, I feel like I'm weird. Nobody else is looking at this. Does anybody else know this? You haven't crossed that. You ain't even begun yet. So understanding that thoughts create things. And if you have stress in your life and you can't sleep, it's because of stress hormones. It's waking you up or not letting you sleep. So you feel like there's too much on your plate. You're too responsible. You're too accountable. There's things haunting you, right? There's things keeping you up at night. What are they? And it's your thought about that thing. And what if I told you that there was a flip side to that? There's a different perception to the thing that's keeping you up at night. And we teach you how to shift into that perception. Now you can learn it without me. Just go into like, I don't know, yogi, Zen training, metaphysical training, some other kind of training. And you'll quickly see, wow, I was holding a lot. That's where weight comes from too. Adrenal issues, weight on the body. It comes from things that are stored, things that we need to let go of. And that's hard, especially being a victim, especially being a woman, a martyr that does for everybody else. It's that damn song. Taylor Swift, man, she nailed it with Anti-Hero. It's that. Do you know that's what she's singing about? She's singing about the victim, the anti-hero. It's exhausting. Always cheering for the anti-hero. It's exhausting being the victim. But we don't even recognize, I didn't even recognize I was still a victim until recently, and like saw what that actually meant. It's a whole new way of thinking. It is incredible. And I'm telling you, it doesn't just happen overnight. It's like a thing you have to learn and walk through. And I'm still walking this thing. It is incredible. I share it with my inner circle. But that's the last piece of good, deep sleep and you feeling safe. And how much work have you done on your root system? How much work have you done on the things that made you not feel safe? Half of you don't even know what they are because you were taught that it was normal. You see? So it's an uncovering. And the first way you do it is say, what's my biggest problem? And what seems like the logical reason or somebody that can help? And let me go figure this out. Start your journey. Begin your journey in figuring shit out, because solutions are sexy. Solutions are sexy. So how are you finding solutions every day for everything in your life? That's what needs to happen. All right. If you want help, caseyship.com/apply, and we got you. this is it. I've got a free training, caseyshipp.com/register. Be sure to grab that and then join my free Facebook group and just reach out. Struggle is not required, so hit me up, caseyshipp.com/register. Talk to you soon.